I wrap up. Seems like a response to my first question, and Chris has not showed up. Here's the second question. 2. In the last 2 general election cycles, the diaspora vote has been very topical, if not controversial. What do you think is the best approach, policy, or strategy in dealing with the diaspora vote in Dominica? I think the best policy and strategy is presented by the Alternative People's Party. It's called Vote in Place, VIP. VIP, based on how I understand it, is a program which says that, look, the list of electors should be reformed based on the law. People who have been living overseas for 5 years should be cleansed from the list. Clean list. But those people who are now cleansed and who are living overseas can re-register to vote from the place that they are living. So if you won the list and you have been in New York for the past 15, 20 years, you have not come back, your name will be gone. But you can re-register and say, look, I want to vote. But do it in New York, at the consulate or wherever there's a Dominican office. You become a member on the list again, and you can cast an electronic vote. That vote will count for a diaspora representative who will come to Dominica to represent the diaspora in the Parliament of Dominica. And that representative will work with the ambassadors and the overseas attaché and the Foreign Affairs Department to help to develop Dominica. So the diaspora constituency will vote outside. Economic citizens cannot vote. If you want to vote, you have to be living in Dominica for 3 or 2 election cycles before you vote. Economic citizens cannot contest. And the people contesting in the diaspora had to be Dominicans by birth, now residing in the diaspora. The people who win the diaspora constituency do not change the balance of power in Dominica. So that constituency is just one for the legislature to help to make laws. I think the VIP is the best way to go. Give everybody who lives overseas a chance to vote. Not having to come down necessarily, because diaspora people want to take part in the elections. So let them take part. Let them vote where they live for somebody to represent them in Dominica and to help build Dominica as diaspora representative. I think that's the approach. You cannot tell Dominicans who want to come to vote, don't come to vote. Or it's illegal. Yes, it might be based on the law. But I think the rhetoric being used against Dominicans who live overseas have not worked for 2 free elections. I think the way forward is to say, look, we are all brothers and sisters. We are in advanced state. If America can vote, whatever, online, absentee, whatever you call it, we can do it. So we can have Dominicans develop the services to accept the vote online. So if Thompson Fontaine is a Dominican and lives in the diaspora, he can take part in the election. He wins. He comes to Dominica in parliament. He debates. He makes laws. He does not serve in the executive. So his winning does not determine which government wins, because you cannot vote for somebody somewhere to change an election result somewhere else. It doesn't work that way. So we give you the VIP. Every Dominican can do it, not just a few who has to come down to Dominica or who can come. And I think that, if it is presented properly, can help to calm the arguments that we have been hearing, because Dominicans at home are Dominicans too. The best case scenario is just change the laws. Make people who live overseas Dominicans no matter what. But I don't think we're going to get that. And I don't think it will be the fairest thing to do. I think the fairest thing in these advanced stages is to make it possible that Dominicans who are cleansed from the list can re-register by showing their passport and their legal status wherever they live. Because there are people living illegally and Guadeloupe and coming on backdoor vote and go back in. That shouldn't be happening. So let's fix it once and for all. Let our brothers and sisters who live overseas take part in the election, vote for a diaspora rep who will help Dominica to develop and to take its course. I think, honestly, Fifa Mamo, based on all the documents I have read, this is an answer. In fact, it even appeared on the commissioner's list of questions. I saw the list asking what you think about a diaspora representative. So at least people are thinking about it. I think that's going to answer the question. And Dominica will be the first country in the Caribbean doing it. It will just take care of it would advance our approach to elections. That's what I think.